Hey y'all, my name is Taylor. If you've never met me in real life before, I put out new videos every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my new content. On Wednesdays, I have a series called What I Eat Wednesdays, and I thought it would be a fun twist this week to do what I drink in a day, because I am the type of person who I really like to drink things. I know some people strictly stick with water, but I really enjoy having lots of things to drink, and so I thought I would share with y'all what those look like for me. First off, in the mornings, I start out with a big glass of water because you gotta get hydrated. I take my medicine, my vitamins, that kind of thing with my water, and then I have a shot of apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, and water as well, just to kind of get helps with digestion and get my metabolism going, that kind of thing. And then every single morning I have a pot of coffee. I have like one of those little pots, so it makes about 2 cups of coffee. I drink 1 cup as I'm getting ready, and it's just the Folgers medium roast coffee. And then I just use whatever creamer that I have on hand. Here's Ellie's like making her debut. But I use whatever creamer that I have on hand, and this week it ended up being this caramel one because I'm on a low buy and I'm fixing to leave for a week, so I didn't want to buy a huge thing, so I just bought this little one from the Dollar Tree. I have a coffee as I'm getting ready, and then I make another cup from that pot and I take that to work with me, and that's what I drink for the first hour and a half of my work day, is that coffee. And then I carry around a big tumbler with me of water, and I'm drinking that constantly throughout the day. I fill it up at least twice throughout the day, and that's just a nice way to get your water in, especially between coffee and all of that. And then by lunchtime, I usually want something a little different because I finish my coffee around, I get to work around 7:45, and so I finish my coffee around 9:30ish. So by that point, I'm really wanting something different. I'll either have some kind of sparkling water, those flavored sparkling water, or a coconut juice or something like that. But this week, I just had these Weiler's Light little packets and some water bottles, and I've just been putting one of those in there, and so I have the strawberry lemonade flavor, and I've just been drinking a bottle of that with my lunch just to kind of switch things up. And Ellie is licking my phone. And so that's what I'll have to go with my lunch, and then I'll continue to kind of sip on my water throughout the day. After lunch is usually when I make a tea at work, and that depends every day on which tea I'm making or not making. We have a Keurig at work, and so if you work in a school, you know that you get lots of parent and PTO and stuff kind of given to the school, and so if they have tea there, usually I'll drink that tea. If not, I have my own personal tea, but I'm poor, so if there's tons and tons of tea that someone has donated, I'll use that. And so today there was a Lipton green tea, and generally that's what I have, is I have a green tea. Sometimes it's a lemongrass green tea, sometimes it's just regular green tea, sometimes it's decaffeinated, sometimes it's caffeinated, but this day was a Lipton green tea in the Keurig, and then I put some honey in it, and this honey is actually a honey flavored syrup, so it's not the best for you, obviously, because it has high fructose corn syrup and that kind of thing in it, but it's $1 from the Dollar Tree, and it's just easy for me to keep at work because I don't want to be transferring my nice honey to and from work. It's just nice to have something that stays at work and I know it's there and I can have my tea. I drink that, and then again I switch back into my water game and I'm drinking my water, and then normally I do not have a soda because I try not to, but on this day I had, so I work full-time for free at an externship, and then on a couple days of the week I work at a mini golf place, and sometimes when I'm at that mini golf place I'll get a Sprite. I mean, it's not good for you. That's the only carbonated beverage I drink, and like I said, that probably happens twice a week, maybe not even always twice a week that I'll have a Sprite, but on this day I did, so I wanted to be honest with you guys. And at the end of the day, I've been having tea every night, So a few weeks ago, if you don't know, I do speech language pathology, and I have some little kids on my caseloads, 3 to 5, and they are working on some of their sounds, and for kids that age, you have to do twice as much to get them to do half as much. And so I'm really just like training my voice, I feel like, a lot. And so I'm like I'm doing all these different tricks and tactics to get them to do it. Like, that's an angry cat, like, and you're just doing it so exaggerated to get them just to do it a little bit. I found a few weeks ago that my voice was going out, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is my career I'm entering into. I cannot have my voice going out. I really need to do something about this, and of course I've taken voice classes in my speech pathology graduate program, and I had friends tell me the benefits of tea and whatnot, and so that's kind of how this whole tea thing started, where I drink one a day. But what it really started at originally was I was like, every night I'm going to drink a tea with some honey in it to kind of help soothe my voice. And so my roommate introduced me to some different teas, and now I've kind of become hooked on teas. I have a bunch of teas, as you'll kind of see the footage right now. I really like the fruit teas. I like to get that sampler pack because I can try a bunch of different ones. I have like peach and passion fruit. I have chamomile. I have some specifically like nighty-night time teas. And I really just enjoy those, and so every night I kind of pick which one I want, and I will steep that, and then I'll put some agave in it. Right now I have agave syrup. I do have honey, but I'm trying to use up this agave syrup because I've had it for a while, and so that's what I've been using. And I put that in there, stir it in, and that's what I drink as like the last 45 minutes to an hour of my evening. I sit in my bed and I read my book and I drink my tea, and I feel like I have noticed a difference in my voice. My voice has not cut out since I've been drinking tea, and I've also been trying to make more of an effort to drink water just to keep my vocal folds hydrated, which is very important in any profession, but especially in speech language pathology, because how can I teach people to talk if I can't talk on my own? That's what a standard day of drinks looks like for me. Obviously, there's variation. Some days I have a different coffee creamer. Some days I have a different drink for my lunch. Some days there's no carbonated beverages. Some days there's not. There's a different tea depending on the day, and a different kind of flavoring to go in the tea if it's a day where I'm having an alcoholic beverage. So there's really a lot of variables, but this is what a typical day looks like for me as it relates to what I'm drinking throughout the day. I hope y'all enjoyed this video and that it was helpful for you. If you have things that you really stand by that you like to drink throughout the day, I always like some more healthy alternatives, especially for my lunch. I'm also trying to figure out how to make my coffee a little healthier because I put way too much creamer in there, but that's just where I'm at right now. And if you have any teas that you like or anything that you find really helps your vocal folds, then please let me know in the comments down below. But that is all for today, and I will see y'all later. Bye!